This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast, and I am Nixalina. Hello, it's Nixalina, and a happy new year to you all. I have no words, ladies and gentlemen, for how happy I am. We are now in 2026. I feel euphoric. I feel like someone's taken a weighted armor off my shoulders. I feel so excited, calm, passionate, determined, and all of the good shit. Now listen, if you tuned in last week, you'll know that last year for me was, as I declared, the worst year I've had in a decade. Direct quote. If you haven't tuned in yet, I would definitely recommend you go back and listen to that one before you listen to this one, because there was reasons as to why last year was so fucking awful. And I think we should all sit with that first before we dive into 2026 and what to expect. And that's what this episode is all about. What can we expect in 2026? Our rebuild after our breakdown. Dum dum dum, insert jazzy music. Oh, see? I've even got my laughter back, motherfuckers. So, 2025 was fucking brutal, and it was. This year, it's an exhale. We're going to talk about, in this episode, what this year will bring, why it feels different, and why the worst is actually behind you. Behind all of us. 2025 felt like endings, grief, identity collapse, and emotional exhaustion, but 2026 is the rebuild. Not the chaotic kind, the intentional kind. So without further ado, let's dive in, shall we? Reason 1. In 2026, a new cycle begins with the 1 year energy. In numerology, 2026 is a first year. And that matters a lot. Last year was your shitty 9th year. Ugh. And now we're in the first year. Yay! A 1 year in numerology represents new beginnings, fresh identities, self-leadership, independence, creation, and momentum. After the death energy of a 9 year, a 1 year is like, it's like waking up after surgery. That's not funny, is it? Waking up after having surgery ain't funny. I found it amusing, so I'm going to laugh at my own jokes. It's not, annoyingly, it's actually quite a good analogy. So when you wake up after surgery, if you've never had it, you're sore, you're a bit bleary-eyed, you don't know what's happened, you don't know what's going on, you're not sure where the pain comes from, and you feel a bit cautious. But technically you're alive. Things have been fixed without your knowledge, and everything ahead of you now is healing and moving forwards in a healthier way. I'd say 2026 isn't loud or chaotic. It's quiet confidence, where you finally, slowly become the person you were kind of always destined to be. And let's be clear, you couldn't get here without 2025 stripping you of all of your old wounds, of shedding that outer skin, in the year of the snake, like I talked about last week. So whilst 2025, fucked us all over, I think we should pay it a little homage, because we're now in this beautiful, transitional, healthy, happy, content, quiet, confident year. And that is where we are now. Reason 2. Why it does feel this calm in 2026, even if your life isn't perfect yet. So I don't want to misguide you all. I don't do everyone to expect a good year and these euphoric feelings to be like, oh, no. I feel euphoric mainly because I'm finally over my black mold. I'm finally over my ex. I'm finally over all of the shit that dragged me down last year, and I've made some lifestyle changes to match as well, which is also making me feel euphoric. So it's all a big snowball of happiness. But in general, to be clear, that isn't 2026. What 2026 will feel like for the majority is it's a clearer, calmer, more grounded, less reactive, less desperate energy. You're not chasing anything anymore. You're choosing. And that's because 2025 stripped away the illusion. So in 2026, you're just operating from your core truth. Yay! Reason number 3, the year of the horse. Movement, freedom, and forward motion. In Chinese astrology, 2026 is the year of the horse. And that, my friends, is a big energetic shift from the fucking year of the snake. You bastard. The horse represents freedom, movement, momentum, courage, independence, and expansion. After a year of shedding skin, the horse now says, all right, let's move. Hell yeah, let's move, motherfucker. I'm riding that horse. Wait, what? You know what I mean? Don't take that sexually. I'm riding a horse, okay? It's the only thing I'm riding this year is a horse, okay? Very clear. So, getting back to the horse I'm not riding, you may notice in the 2026 year of the horse that people will be relocating, careers will pivot, travel energy is returning, relationships are progressing positively or ending decisively. There's a desire for independence and there's less tolerance for stagnation. This is the year people stop thinking and start doing. Now, that means I'm going to start doing my novel. I'm going to do it. You know what? I've got to fucking do it this year, haven't I? I started writing that thing in 2015. Stop. What was I, 27? 25? What the fuck? Damn. And here we are, and I'm already 3 publishing deals later. I turned them all down. Now I'm ready. Right? Now. Okay. Reason 4. Relationships in 2026 equals less drama and more direction. So here is the good news for lovers out there. This year is not about situationships. Fuck it, that. That situationship absorbed all of my last year, destroyed me, fucked me over, fucked me good and proper. Nah, not here for it. And thank goodness that this year, 2026 is actually about the opposite. It's about clarity, emotional choice, emotional maturity, and mutual effort. So after the illusions of last year have now been thoroughly exposed, you fuckers, people now enter 2026 knowing exactly what they will and will not accept. So you'll probably see relationships either deepen quickly or end cleanly. There's less chasing. There's less red flags. Well, if there are red flags, you see them earlier and you don't fall for them like you used to. There's more direct communication. People are now choosing peace over passion. They're seeing through superficial charm and heading for depth instead. And there's a fewer games being played. The anxious, avoidant chaos loses its grip in 2026. And I am definitely that. My ex was a dismissive avoidant and I'm a hard anxious attachment. It's a match made in hell. And he dragged me there and I had to pull myself back out. Reason number 5, career and purpose, the rebuild phase. God, I'm so pumped. Did I have too many coffees? Maybe. Who cares? Career-wise, 2026 is about planting seeds, not instant success, okay? So once again, like I said, everyone, I don't want everyone to go, it's going to be fucking amazing. No, it's calm. It's a quiet confidence, but it's getting you there, right? You're not going to suddenly wake up end of January and be like, oh my God, all of my dreams have come true. No. It's a year where new ideas begin. side hustles start to align. People will re-enter your life with purpose. People will re-enter a career path with purpose. Confidence returns. Clarity around who am I and what do I actually want in my life emerges. And that does go for the whole spheres. Your job, your passion, your career progression, your friendships, your relationships, everything. Last year made us question everything, and now this year it gives us all the courage to build something that actually aligns with who we are. And finally, reason 6, identity shifts. And now you're in your who you are meant to be phase. So obviously I've touched upon it earlier, but one of the biggest themes really this year is your self-trust. You're no longer outsourcing decisions to fear or validate. You're no longer outsourcing to garner other people's opinions that then impact how you feel or the decisions you make. You'll notice that you now have stronger boundaries. You are less people-pleasing, less over-explaining, more disconcernment, more inner trust. You listen to your gut instinct more. You have that quieter confidence, which is the theme of the whole year. And you don't need to announce it. You don't need to go, I've healed, I'm healing, #blessed. You just live it. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? But before I do close this episode, I do want to just make very clear what 2026 is not. So I just need to give you a reality check. It is not a magic fairy tale year, right? Nah. It is not overnight success, perfect clarity, instant love. Yay! But it is using the movement of a horse. Just imagine a horse galloping across a beautiful, empty, sanded ocean beach. Oh, right? It's forward movement. It's aligned decisions. It's steady momentum. And it's where peace is replacing your previous chaos. So this is a year you stop bleeding and you start building. But you got to take your time and you have to take the investment and you have to build the routine and you have to show up for yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to put the work in as well. And I think what I would say, especially for this year, consistency is key. You must be consistent with whatever this movement direction is pushing you to. So how to work with this year, I guess, as my closing statement. So here's some advice on how I would say we all work to get the most out of 2026. Start new things, even if you feel scared, right? Start them. I feel scared to publish my novel. I'm going to fucking do it. I'm terrified. Finally, what? The whole world finally gets lolly. If I do a fucking wrap-up 2026 podcast and I say, I still haven't published my novel, I'm gonna burn it, right? I'm going to print it off as a giant manuscript and burn it if by the end of this year I still won't publish that damn fucking thing. So I am, to be clear, I'm taking my own advice for this year. You also need to trust your instincts more. I wish I did that last year. A lot of my body last year was reacting to people in my life and I didn't listen to it. I pushed through, I ignored my gut instinct and it turns out it was right all along. There you go. I would say choose progress over perfection. If you want to start that podcast, you want to start that YouTube thing, you want to start that, you want to get on with it. Don't wait till it's a perfect idea or it's a perfectly beautiful thing. Get on with it, right? And say yes to movement, to travel, to change, to growth, right? I guess more importantly as well, don't resurrect what died in 2025. Let endings stay there. Leave it last year. The biggest mistake, to be clear, that you can make in a 1-year cycle is dragging old baggage into a clean slate. Okay? To close, 2025 broke things that 2026 could then rebuild them correctly. You heard right. You didn't lose, you cleared. You didn't fail, you learned. You didn't fall behind, you realigned. Oh, that's a little catchphrase. Put that on some merch, couldn't we? 2026 isn't asking you to rush, my darlings. It's asking you to begin. And this is your time. You're starting from truth. And you're starting from clarity. And I am so excited to see what this year brings to all of us. And with that, I am going to close this episode. I hope you are feeling as inspired and excited as I am. I hope you sit down with yourselves and go, yeah, let's work out what we want in our life and let's make a year plan. I love a year plan. I never fucking stick to mine, do I? Because I get bumfucked along the way. And not in the way I enjoy. Anywho, thank you for, I guess, also tuning into me the whole last year and coming into 2026 with me and still listening to me and still being my avid followers, listeners. I love you all. My Spotify Wrapped from 2025 was fucking amazing. I had go on my Instagram, right, at Nixalina, Nixalina. And there's a reel with my Wrapped and the stats are insane. Like, I'm still listened to in over 50 countries. I'm like a most shared show, a most replayed show, a most talked about show. Like, something like 92% more than other shows I am most shared. Like, it's insane. And I have you all to thank. So I'm so happy and I can't wait to see what this podcast and you guys deliver this year. And with that, I will love you all, I will leave you all, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks for listening to the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast. Produced and hosted by me, Nixalina, and recorded in the Splice Cast Studios in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more content and features to read, you can check out my website, nixalina.com. That's nixalina.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nixalina, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.